So if you're watching, and today I'm going to be giving you 6 ingredients, 6 ingredient swaps for cleaner, safer skincare. So maybe this is new for you, maybe this isn't, maybe it's for somebody you may know, so make sure you share it with your friends. But today I'm going to give you some information that may be a game changer for you. Make sure you stay till the very last one, because it is going to be a kicker for you, one that you would have never have thought. That could be in your cleaning products, toothpaste, all of that you can swap for cleaner, safer skincare. So the first one is irritating swap for retinol. Now, it's no secret that we have packaging with ingredients with chemicals in it that could be harmful to the earth and to the skin. And that's why I thought it was really important today to discuss this. So I'm going to be breaking it down for you. It's going to be easier. I was talking with a girlfriend a couple weeks ago, and she was like, I just wish I knew what to use and what not to use. So I did the research for you, so hopefully this is going to be helpful for you. So number one is non-irritating swap for retinol. Now, retinol has been really huge in the skincare industry, and the reason why it's rise to the top of the list is because it actually stimulates cell turnover. A lot of dermatologists are telling people to swap for retinol because it creates new cell turnover. Well, when you have new cell turnover, it means that your skin is going to look less aged, it's going to look more youthful, and it's going to make a way for new, brighter skin. However, a lot of people cannot handle retinol in their skincare because it's very irritating. It can cause irritation, it can cause dryness. It also can make your skin sun sensitivity, meaning that if you use it, you can get sunburned easily from it. Most people get very sunburned from it if it's put on. Now, what you can swap for it is alfalfa. Alfalfa is a new cutting edge. Excuse me, my allergies are just crazy. My in-laws live right across the street from a grain, and it's just like killing me. So alfalfa is a natural ingredient that you can swap for retinol, because retinol is very dry, irritating, and can cause sun sensitivity. Alfalfa is a natural derivative that gives the same appearance as retinol without the harmful sun sensitivity, irritation, or redness. It actually does the same thing as retinol. It stimulates collagen. It also stimulates synthesis and protects against the breakdown of your collagen. It also smooths elasticity and usefulness without the retinol ugliness. So what they mean by that with retinol ugliness is because a lot of people have given retinol the term retinol ugliness because it makes their skin really red. So sometimes you'll notice people who may have never had rosacea in their older age start using retinol-based products. They start to get really red on their skin, and they don't understand why. And sometimes doctors will give them well, you have rosacea now. So swapping out retinol for a natural derivative called alfalfa. Number two, swap non-drying products with alcohol to witch hazel. Hi, Samantha. So you want to take non-drying swaps for alcohol. It's really easy when you have acne-prone skin or really oily skin to be drawn to alcohol-based products, such as like benzoyl peroxides or astringents. I grew up using Sea Breeze. Maybe you struggle with oily skin, and it makes your skin appear to feel clean. Well, actually, God, my allergies, guys. I'm telling you, these grain bins are driving my allergies crazy. So when we have oily skin, acne-prone skin, we are kind of like drawn to that dry feeling, that tight, dry feeling. That's actually not beneficial for you if you have dry, oily skin. It actually strips the natural oils from your skin. It causes your skin to send receptors to your brain, which then causes your oil glands to produce more oil. So sometimes you may feel like dry when you come out of the shower or after you've used an astringent. It feels dry and clean, and then a half an hour later, 15 minutes later, it feels really oily again. That's because it stripped it. And the only way your skin knows how to create the oil is by overproducing the oil. Okay, so it actually ruins your protective barrier to your skin. So you are going to be more sun sensitivity. You're going to be oilier. You're going to have all of those fun things. So you want to stay away from natural or away from alcohol-based products and toners. Switch it out for witch hazel. Witch hazel, now I don't say go out and just buy some random witch hazel. There are natural witch hazels that you can get. I know you can get them at Target, that kind of thing. But you don't want just regular old witch hazel. You want the natural witch hazel. Witch hazel actually eases inflammation, reduces redness, it tightens your pore. It also helps fight acne. It actually removes excess oil. So it does the things that you want from an alcohol-based astringent or toner without stripping that natural barrier. So take away any acne or any alcohol-based products and look for witch hazel if you're looking for that. The other one, number 3, is swap from formaldehyde from a formaldehyde preservative to a radish root fermented filtrate. Now, if you know anything about formaldehyde, I was actually talking to my husband. We were reminiscing about high school, and we were just talking about like how we had to dissect pigs, and you could smell that formaldehyde smell. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm saying this, because not cosmetics or that I know of have actual formaldehyde in them, but they have a preservative that is releases it kind of has like a preservative that that is released, that is the same thing as formaldehyde, that is used in products. And the reason why they're used in products is because it keeps them from harmful bacteria like yeast, fungi, bacteria from like getting inside of the product. So you want to find an alternative, and my alternative that I found in research is radish root. Yes, radish root. It's actually a cutting edge product ingredient. It's actually antimicrobial, and it is moisturizing to the skin. So you can find that in a number of products. Number 4, EcoSafe swap for oxybenzene. Oxybenzene is one of the number 1 chemicals that you will find in sunscreen. Now, we can get into chemical versus mineral. Chemical-based sunscreens actually absorb the UV rays or the UVB rays. Mineral reflects those rays. So you've been noticing probably that you may be getting burnt from your sunscreens. It's because the sun absorbs it. Most chemicals are not broad spectrums, meaning they don't protect against the UVA and the UVB. They only protect against one or the other. So you want to use a zinc oxide based sunscreen. Okay, so that's one ingredient to kick out of your regimen. Number 5, non-stripping swap for sulfates. And so you want to look for the ingredient soapberry. Okay, so I use a lot of soapberry in my cleanser. A lot of times people feel like that foamy feeling is really getting down deep, and it's working really, really hard when you have sulfates. So a lot of foamy cleansers have sulfates in them. And like I said, I grew up feeling like if I used an astringent that was really drying to the skin, or a foamy cleanser, then it was really working. Again, it's not, because it kind of is a sneaky trick that sulfates make you feel like you're clean, and then in half an hour later it makes you feel dry. So a couple of ingredients that I want you to look for to kind of stay away from to avoid that strippy, dry feeling is sodium lauryl sulfate, and also sodium laureth sulfates. Okay, so these are found in a lot of foaming cleansers that you find over the counter. You can find them in your cleansers, your toothpaste. You can find them in your dish detergents. It's what makes something effectively scrub dirt and oil. So if you think about it, a lot of these cleansers are using the same sulfate as what dish detergents are using to get the dirt and grime off of your pots and pans. Isn't that scary? It's very scary. So look for soapberry, and that's what I use too, because I have that oily feeling, but I don't want to feel stripped, right? Or dry. So it's actually a fruit, a natural fruit. It gives you that foamy feeling without feeling like it's stripping. It reduces age spots and sun damage. It's been known in the body, soapberry's been known in the body to fight bacteria, viruses, boost your immune system, and the last thing, it's going to fight acne causing bacteria. So if you struggle with oily acne skin, you want to look for soapberry in your cleanser like I do. And then number 6, you want to take away polyethylene bead swap. Okay, so you're probably thinking that's like this really big word, and it is a big word. And these polyethylene bead swaps are found in a lot of exfoliators, okay? And you want to swap it for perlite, okay? So I know I'm using these big old words here, and you're gonna be like, I don't even remember all this. But what happens is in a lot of beaded base exfoliators or cleansers, you have these micro beads in them, okay? And so you find them in face scrubs, exfoliators, whatnot. You can find them in toothpaste as well. What happens is when you use those and it gets into the water system, it goes through the water treatment plant and it comes out into the ocean and it gets into our marine life, and it actually is destroying that. That's the same thing when I said to take away from the oxybenzone. That is harmful to our marine life. You're wearing that in the ocean and it's destroying it. So zinc oxide is coral reef safe, okay? And so you want to get away from these microbeads, right? Now, I'm not saying you can't have microbeads in there. I'm going to tell you the alternative for that. That's going to give you that same feeling. But you want to stay away from those those microbeads. In 2015, the United States banned an X amount of, I don't remember how many it was, but they banned a whole bunch of exfoliators that contain those beads because it is killing the marine life. So there are some countries that still use it. Unfortunately, they haven't followed us. I know Europe follows that standard as well. They're the ones who actually started the banning of it. So you want perlite, okay? So you want to look for an exfoliator or a facial scrub that has perlite in it. It's actually this spherical little bead that is actually derived from, excuse me, it's actually derived from volcanic rock, okay? So what happens is they take that volcanic rock and they heat it to the highest temperature possible. And so when it does that, it causes the oxygen, the H2O, and the water in it to evaporate. So when you put it on your skin, it actually dissolves. And so it's not getting inside the water. It's not getting into the marine life. And it actually dissolves, attaches to the dead skin, and it just washes away. There's nothing there. So you don't have any beads. They look like beads. They exfoliate like a gentle bead, and they evaporate. So they're not getting into that marine life. So there's so many different things that you can swap for. I know some of you this may be new for you. This may be this may be something that you already do know. Maybe there's one thing that you learned. Drop down one thing below that you learned. A lot of these I've swapped for. If you need any suggestions on how to find these, sometimes they can be a little bit harder to find on the market. So if you have any questions on any of these swaps, let me know and I can point you into the direction that that you need to go to find these specific ingredients. So I hope you guys have a great Saturday, and who's excited about the 4th of July? See you guys later. Remember, kindness is trending, so make sure